Hello, this is Dr. Brad Brayman, your host for the Empowered Dentist podcast. Thank you very much for taking some time to join us today. I hope that you find the information here useful and productive and enlightening to help you take back your life, maintain an optimal life-work balance, and run the practice of your dreams. In today's episode, I'd like to share an exceptional customer service experience that I had that will give you 3 tools to use immediately to elevate your customer service for your patients. Recently, I was driving to meet my wife at a campground, and all of a sudden, the dashboard on my car lit up like a Christmas tree. I thought, that's weird. The car isn't old enough for that, or so it seemed. So I promptly pulled over and called the dealership, as the car is still under warranty, and described the problem. The very pleasant service writer knew exactly what to ask. She asked, "Did you park it outside?" "Nope." She said, "Well, that's good, because there's a lot of times that rodents will get up into your car and chew on the wires. So good, check that one off the list." "Has the car ever been in an accident?" "No." "Okay, let's get you scheduled to see what's going on." So, first actionable item, use tone of voice and attention to convey that you care. And she did this beautifully. Her tone of voice conveyed that she was very concerned that there was something wrong with my car. One other thing I forgot is she asked if I was safe. Was I able to pull over in a safe place? Which I thought was really cool. Number 2, get the minimum amount of information necessary to help them. We don't need to know all of their insurance company and everything up front. All we need to know is really what it is they want taken care of. And 3, make it easy for them to remember the appointment. So, how do we do that? Well, first of all, as I shared, use a tone of voice that conveys what you want. The tone of voice that conveys what you want their message, how the message you want them to receive. She conveyed that she cared. Her tone of voice was very concerned, and she listened very carefully to what I told her. The minimum amount of information. What's their name? How can you help them? We don't need their address, phone number, social security number, blood type, login for their bank, social security, website information for their last 7 jobs, and their insurance information. No, just get their name and how can you help them. Very simple. Get all that other stuff later. Make it easy for them to remember the appointment. She very simply asked for my phone number and said, "Can I send you a text with your appointment?" Sure, no problem. Text came, pushed the underlined section, or tapped the underlined section, and went straight to my calendar. Piece of cake. So, a few days later, I show up a few minutes early, and the same knowledgeable, friendly lady immediately stood up, walked around her desk, shook my hand, and said, "Thank you for coming in, Brad." Wait a second. How did she know it was me? She'd never seen me before. I guess maybe she could have looked me up on the internet, but still, if she did that, great. She took the time to do it and recognize me. But I asked her. She said she didn't, but noticed the car I drove in was the same kind of car I was supposed to bring in, and the time at which I arrived. She took a chance. Good call. It worked out. If she'd gotten it wrong, so what? Nothing lost. Turned out everything gained. So we then walked out to the car, and she ran some tests. She knew exactly what to do, which buttons to push, how to scroll through all the screens to get the information that she needed and confirm the situation that we were dealing with. And we walked back in, and immediately, without my even asking, she handed me the keys to a brand new loaner car. Great sales opportunity for a thorough test drive, by the way. Think about how you could translate that into action in your office with doing something like a trial smile. If you're curious about trial smiles, shoot me a note. We'll be happy to discuss that. The next day, she called, said they had it all ready to go. And when I asked what the problem was, she simply said that the oil cap wasn't seated tightly, so the crankcase pressure was low. It's no big deal. She said no problem with the car, didn't hurt anything, and she expressed how pleased she was for me that there was nothing wrong with my car. So I went to pick it up, and I fessed up that I had added a quart of oil because it was just a little bit low and caused the problem myself. It is normal for this car to burn a little bit of oil when it's mostly driven for short trips. So nothing wrong with the car, no big deal. And here's where it gets juicy. In spite of me falling on my sword for doing something so careless and stupid as to not tighten the cap all the way, and giving her every opportunity to make me feel like an idiot, she did the opposite. She made sure I knew it was no big deal and that it happens all the time, and reiterated how glad she was for me that nothing was wrong with my car. And she just moved on. She didn't belabor the point. She didn't beat me over the head with it. It was just as if nothing happened. No big deal. When I offered to pay, obviously operator error is not covered by warranty, she just looked pleasantly at me and said, "Nah, it's no big deal. This one's on the house." She thanked me for trusting them and handed me the keys to my freshly washed car. Wow. Guess where I'll buy my next car? I was absolutely amazed. This is not the kind of customer service that you usually expect at a car dealership. However, it is the kind of customer service experience we should all expect at our dentist's office. So, what are the takeaways? They're very simple. Be nice. It's so simple. It's not always easy. Sometimes we just want to be right. And in making ourselves right, we make our customer wrong. And nothing will chase somebody away faster than making them wrong. So just make it a habit to be nice no matter what. You can still be right without making them wrong and beating them over the head with it. To that end, even when they're wrong, don't beat them over the head with it. Just let it pass like she did. Well, I'm glad there wasn't anything actually wrong with your car. End of discussion. So I hope that you are able to find something useful in here today to take back and use in your office when you're speaking with a patient, when you're speaking with a vendor. Just go out of your way to be nice to them. It's so rare that people are actually nice these days, and people remember places where they are treated well. So just try being nice. See what happens. I want to thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully you found something useful that you can take with you and put into action immediately. Here's to a great life. Thank you.